Hello everybody, looks like we're live. Not sure if everything is up and running, but I'm checking as best I can. Yep, we're live. Very good. Welcome to Montezuma. It is 86 degrees and too sunny for our purposes, but we'll have to make do. I've seen a number of birds since I arrived, seen or heard, including song sparrow, common yellowthroat, purple martin, tree swallow, red-winged blackbird. I think I did hear a yellow warbler. What else? American robin. Black-crowned night heron. Did I say purple martin? I think so. Northern flicker. And say that's about it. Oh, swamp sparrow. I definitely heard one of those. We're hearing, I'm not sure if you can hear or not, but the purple martins, which are nearby. The black-crowned night heron was a pleasure to see. Oh, and a great blue heron. I saw a great blue heron as well. So, anyway, I'd like to get underway if we can. I want to make sure everything is running. Hello, 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 Max. And we're going to see what we can see today. Today might be challenging because it's so sunny and warm. The high is supposed to be upper 80s, around 90. Just heard a song sparrow. And I also may have heard, but I'm not sure, an American redstart on my way in. But I don't know. Oh, and I heard a chipping sparrow. I forgot about that one. And I'm hearing house sparrows. Somewhere off to our right. I'm going to let this pickup truck pass us. And I just heard common yellowthroat again. I've been trying to get caught up with video editing, but I just haven't had the chance. I was hoping to put together something from last Tuesday. Hold on a second. What did I hear? I'm hearing a house wren in the distance. And that sounded like an American redstart. There it goes. There's it again. Robin singing in the distance also. Anyway, I really enjoyed last Tuesday evening's visit to the campus, so hoping to put together some highlights from that visit. And just a reminder, and if you want to share this with others, please feel free. For years now, my my process when it comes to visiting our hawks on the campus this time of year with juveniles on the campus is, oh, there's something on the trail ahead of me. I see a gray catbird. Well, you know, I'm not sure. Well, I don't know what it is. It could be a robin or a gray catbird. I'm leaning towards robin now. And it's flown away. I believe it was a robin. In the distance, I see some kind of raptor in the air. I believe it's... I see an osprey, and I don't know what else I saw in the air. But what I first saw dropped down below our view, and it's distant. I don't think I could show you. Anyway, my process has been, you know, when we have an evening visiting the hawks on the campus, if I do put something together, I will label it, you know, Cornell Red-tailed Hawks highlights, and then with the date, that date. And granted, I don't provide any other special naming or tags or anything like that. Maybe I should, but I don't. And but anyway, it's a semi-easy way to find the various trips I've taken to the campus. If you ever want to see our hawks, you know, in a different, well, I should say with sharper views, because what I use for those videos is you know, the footage recorded in camera rather than what is streamed to you at admittedly reduced quality. I can't put everything at the highest resolution when I'm streaming to you for a number of reasons, including not just my data limits, which are, although supposedly unlimited, not truly unlimited, and more importantly, just the fact that we cannot always maintain the very highest resolution given streaming quality. These are tree swallows, I believe. And I think that I'm not sure if that was a hairy woodpecker or if that was a red-bellied woodpecker. I used to think automatically that was a hairy woodpecker, but now I'm not so certain. Just heard a song sparrow singing. And something larger is in the air. What's in the air? It's not close. Looks like an osprey to me. And it looks like it might actually already have a fish. Anyway, I don't know exactly what we're going to be, you know, what our plan is for up here today. Not yet. May just cut things a little bit short up here in favor of more time in Ithaca, but we'll see. Last week we did, and very much because of the just the windy conditions. It was just tough to see and hear anything, and I believe it wasn't simply because the wind made it more difficult. I mean, it wasn't, in terms of visual, the visual aspect, it wasn't that much more difficult. I think it was more the fact that because it was windy, there was just less activity. And there was less singing, and there was less everything. And, you know, we're beginning in some ways to, you know, move out of the singing season. We'll still hear singing, of course, but, you know, it's getting to be less important just as the year progresses. Just heard a swamp sparrow. I almost wonder if I'm hearing house finches, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure what that was. Oh. And it looks like, if I had to guess, that's a Caspian tern. Or some kind of tern. Just saw a red wing blackbird. It's teasing me. I saw it and then it dropped down again below our field of view. And did I see something over here? At this moment, I'm not even certain that's a bird. I mean, it could be just a newly cut, you know, part of a tree that just looks very bright, given the sunshine on it or something. Hold on a second. I'm gonna shut off the engine. It's very distant, of course. Hold on. Just saw our white bird in the air, and now out of the air. Whatever this is, it looks very light. Maybe not quite white enough to be, for instance, an egret. And oh no, I think it is an egret. If you look, I think it's just the way, maybe something's blocking our view partially. I don't know. Well, we'll keep an eye on it, and maybe we'll get another look as we move along, you know, with a better angle. See the cap on this one, the dark cap on its head. So that makes me think it's not a gull, but a tern of some sort, and if I had to guess, most likely a Caspian tern. But I don't know for certain. It's hard to see, and Some of the terns can look very similar to each other, just like some of the gulls look very similar to each other. Alright, they're very far away, so we're going to move along. You know, as I've mentioned before, and I've mentioned to other people outside of, out of the tour, Montezuma is a wonderful place to visit for, the migration seasons. But there is potentially a lot to see, just because there's so much ground to cover. There's a lot to see, in the non-migration seasons. And, I mean, earlier, as I mentioned when I started up, one of the species I had seen while setting up was a black-crowned night heron. Ooh, that was not good. I'm not sure. Well, it's quite the pothole there in the road. I'm not sure I've ever seen a black-crowned night heron anywhere else myself. I might have. I'm not saying they don't exist elsewhere, but at least for me, this is where I'm most likely to see them. The Montezuma area. So we're hearing somewhere around here a common yellowthroat. Somewhere, my guess is around here somewhere, maybe in this bush here, but I don't know. I have yet to see one this year. I've heard them a number of times, but I've yet to see a common yellowthroat this year. Just haven't had that luck yet. Heard. Okay, that was a marsh wren we just heard. And I was going to say, on the other side of the car, I heard a song sparrow. And that marsh wren sounded reasonably close. Unsurprisingly, it is not within my view to see. This is a conspiracy of which you are all aware. Not nearly as windy today, but as I look around, I do see, various trees and bushes, clearly being moved a little bit by the wind, but much more calm than it was last week. I see, is that a bald eagle? Yes, it is. It's through the windshield, so. you get what you get. Oh, and who's this? Kind of looks like an osprey, but I may be wrong. Somebody is swimming over here. Hold on. Wood duck. Good to see you. That was a male wood duck, by the way, if you didn't know. Oops, sorry, too bright. I need to set you down. I want to look at something. I'm sure it's nothing, but I want to look anyway. And I was absolutely correct. It's nothing. Not many people here so far today, you know. Here on Wildlife Drive, it's not all that crowded. There were some cars near the visitor center, but not that many. And not everyone comes here just for Wildlife Drive. Some come for other reasons and go to other places. Today is, quite warm. Like I said, oh, who's that? Hold on. Looks like a few mallards. Not really in clear view, but maybe I'll get a better look in a moment. So warm today, it's supposed to be warm tomorrow, and I'm not sure about Montezuma itself, but I checked for Ithaca, and it's supposed to cool down a bit for Monday. I'm not sure how long it'll be cooler, in the 70s. So those are mallards. And, oh, are those Canada geese? These are the first geese I've seen here today. Oh, there's a gosling. So they have at least one gosling with them. Another wood duck. You can see that heat shimmer's at work. As expected. When I learned that, you know, it would be sunny and warm today, just grumble. Cloudy would be nice, you know. Except then later on, you know, when we get late day sunshine, that I'll take. That can make for some beautiful views. Okay, more Canada geese over here. Is that a goose? Is that a heron? It's a great blue heron. Hold on a second. More geese over here, but we're going to take a look at that heron. I just want to see what's going on. It could be that it is just about to strike, but it happens to be facing almost directly our way. Maybe that's what's going on. In fact, I think that is what's going on. Okay. It looked like it was motionless and maybe had its head down, but I think it's just hunting, if I had to guess. Not sure what I just heard. Okay, we're going to move on. And you might say, well, yeah, of course. Well, not necessarily. If it had been, let's say, the end of a branch that had been cut and the interior looks white, it might look different. I don't know. I still don't know. Maybe you're seeing it better than I am. Okay, we're going to move on. I just realized you've had no volume. Sorry. Or at least my guess is you had no volume. So I apologize for that. Okay, well, anyway, things look different to me on my camera. But anyway, we're going to move forward a little bit. I don't know what's going on with that light spot. That light spot in the distance, I'm confused as to what it might be. If it were a great egret, somehow it's not bright enough and white enough. It's got a little too much color to it, I believe, to be an egret, but I may be wrong. Speaking of egrets, however, I just spotted two of them. Come on, move. Oh, well, I can't move. So, hold on. I'm just going to quickly look at them because we're not going to get a great look at either. Oh, hold on. So there's one egret there, and oh, something's in the air coming near us. An osprey's in the air, okay. And so anyway, here's a great egret, and here's another great egret. And I just want to look again around a bit. Yeah, whatever that is in the distance, it almost looks, I'm not saying it's a bird, okay? It just looks a little pinkish. At least from here. But now on my screen it doesn't look pinkish, but it does look like it's not a bright white. And we just saw those egrets. You saw how bright white they were. So I still don't know. Hold on a second. Hold on. Hold on a second. I just wish things vegetation-wise weren't so tall here on along the road. You know, let's switch cameras for now. believe that was a swan sparrow we just heard. To our left, and now a little behind us, is an osprey in the air. Still reading 86 degrees out there. See, that osprey has a fish. Sorry. I'm going to let it go. Okay, I think that's enough looking at whatever that is. It doesn't seem to be changing in appearance as we move and change the angle. And I don't get the sense that we're going to figure out what it is. At least I'm not. Oh. Geese, he's going right in front of, I don't see the bird on the road anymore, but that pickup truck had to go right there. It couldn't go anywhere else. But I don't see the bird on the ground, so it got out of the way apparently. Sit you down for just a moment or two. Oh, there's another great blue heron over here. That's why I set you down, so I could see if there's anything else, and it's easier sometimes with binoculars, but there's one right there. like I said, the vegetation here is all very tall here near the road, so it's hard to see what might be there. And in a way, maybe that's good in a way. Maybe it you know, has the birds a little bit less frightened of what's going on. So in a way, that's fine. Again, that's a guess. Maybe they don't even care. You know, maybe they're used to seeing birds or trucks and cars driving along, but it definitely blocks our view. I think I see another gray pool heron out here. And while I'm holding you shakily, let me look at one thing with binoculars. Okay, that was nothing. Hearing a red wing blackbird. Up ahead and well out there, there's some bird that looks, you know, has a duck form factor, but I'm not sure if it's a duck or not. I think I'm hearing a gray catbird. Yes, I would say gray catbird in the distance. Actually, you know, I mentioned it's not very breezy. I could kind of use some breeze right now. It's warm here in the car. How did it see that? I think it was, did it catch it or not? I'm not sure if that was vegetation or a frog that it caught, but if it was, it gulped it down right away, or else maybe it was vegetation that was discarded. I'm not sure. But how did it see it in the first place? Maybe it moved or something, I don't know. But just saw a tree swallow to our right. And I hear a pied-billed grebe, and I see 3 ospreys in the air. Maybe 4? Yeah, 4. All kind of far away. and inconvenient. There's no doubt photography from the car has its challenges. You know, you have things in the way, whether it's the car itself, you know, and sometimes it's impossible to see something because you know, you've got the actual various parts of a car blocking your view, or it just makes positioning your camera difficult. It's behind the grasses and maybe chasing after another one. I'm not sure. And maybe having circled back around, it's heading that way now, and I saw a red wing blackbird chasing after it. The red wing blackbirds, I'm sorry, they just crack me up. Chase after everything. Sometimes you wonder, or at least I wonder, do they ever spend any time eating? I mean, it seems like they're always chasing after something. And I do see them eat and everything, but it's like, geez, they don't seem to have any time, you know, to do anything but chase after everybody. Shoot, I saw something in flight out there. I don't know if it was another black-crowned night heron or not. It might have been, but I didn't get it. At least I thought I saw something in flight. Oh, hold on a second. Oh, I see a swan. Well, I better try to get to it. Hold on. If I can find it again. Maybe behind vegetation. Hold on. Okay, I know where the swan is, roughly. Do I? Hold on. Oh no, it's... Okay, I don't know what kind of swan it was, but it's out of... Oh no. Most likely a trumpeter. And I've seen only this one to this point. And let me look with... Who's that there? I don't know. Who is that there? You better come into view. I'll be very upset if you don't. Is it a bufflehead? That's my guess right now. Looks like a small duck. You see the white patch towards the back of the head. That's my guess that it's a bufflehead, but I'm not sure. A male bufflehead. And we saw another duck that, I mean, I don't know what it was, but roughly the same size. We'll kind of wait here for the moment. See if it comes into clearer view. And while I'm trying to hold that steady, I'll look around a little bit. Yeah, I see a few great blue herons around, but that's it. Where'd the bufflehead go? Oh, sorry, I shouldn't have looked away. Look with binoculars again. 1 second. I don't know if I'll be able to see the bufflehead with binoculars, but... Okay, there's something else that might be a little different out there. Hold on. Whatever that is, it's not very large by the looks of it. I can't tell what it is. Maybe you can, but I cannot. That could be that could be another bufflehead, or it could be, I don't know. Yeah, it's in about the same spot. Yes, I think that's a bufflehead, and I'm guessing that was a female bufflehead, but I'm not sure. The other bird. In the distance it looked like a couple ducks took off, possibly mallards, but I'm not sure. And I think it's time for us to move along. A gull of some sort. I'll let it go. That vocalization you're hearing, that's a red-winged blackbird. Looks like maybe a young male, actually. My own neighboring red-tailed hawks, the ones that live near me, have not been very generous with the sightings they've provided lately. That includes both the adults and the juveniles. I think we just missed a very nice strike by this osprey here. I don't see that it caught anything though. Just sort of common yellow throat. Hold on a second. Okay, it's moving farther away. Oh well. The osprey views have been good today. What is this? Who is this? Another osprey. And wait 1 second. Is that our swan friend out there? I would say. So far away though, it would be impossible to get a good look. If it were a cloudy day, it wouldn't be a great look, but we could get something, we could probably see it fairly well. But with this kind of sunshine, no. So I showed you the osprey that's in this tree. There's also one in this tree. And we've been seeing them flying around quite a bit. We didn't see nearly this much flight activity last week. With the windy conditions, I think they just decided, you know, only necessary travel, thank you. Another song sparrow. These are pied-billed grebes. And there may be a couple more. Not sure. One thing to know, I mean, first of all, while they're not ducks, they have that same form factor, of course, but you can see they're smaller, or, well, it's hard, you know, without any ducks present, it's hard to tell how small they are, but I mean, they're smaller than you know, most ducks, and we're hearing a common yellowthroat. So anyway, but they have that rounded head. That is something I look for. You know, with pied-billed grebes, it's something I notice that helps to distinguish them. And, you know, a relatively short bill, not a prominent bill at all. That's another way to, you know, to help you distinguish if you're looking at something from a distance. You know, you can't always rely on color. In fact, very often you cannot. And you know, I'm no authority on bird identification, but those are some of the clues I will seek when trying to determine just what it is I'm seeing if I don't get a good look. I have a hard enough time if I do get a good look. Hear that? You, that's sweet. Those are actually osprey vocalizations. Somehow, with a bird of that size, you somehow don't expect such a vocalization, but you know, birds will surprise you. Think of bald eagle vocalizations. I thought I saw something else, but I do see some Canada geese and goslings, young goslings. But before we get to those, what's this bird over here? Hold on. I think it must be a song sparrow. As for the geese and goslings, they're right here. Like I said, their goslings are relatively young. Quite beautiful. Hello. Well done, well done. Good job. Oh, hey, what are you doing way back there? Move along, come on. That's better. There's always one that has to track behind. Wing Blackbird. And we looked up and saw, and here again, you know something? Hold on. Oof, nice breeze. Feels good. So we're looking at an osprey. If you're unfamiliar with ospreys, I know a lot of you watch osprey cams of one sort or another, and ospreys are quite interesting, certainly, and we've been seeing them in flight around today, but I thought, you know, we might as well take advantage of this chance to see one stationary. At the top of the I'm not sure who that is at the top of the tree. Might be a juvenile of some sort. Not an osprey, a smaller bird. We're hearing a common yellowthroat. That bird at the top, I can't tell what it is, and I don't know if the angle is so steep, I don't know if I could share it with you anyway. Looks like a swallow of some sort. Oops, sorry. We're going to move along. I mean, I'm It's a very sweet sounding call for such a large bird, you know. Not sure exactly what I'm hearing around. It's looking up. Well, you know, let's look at that bird, if we can, at the top of the tree and see if we can figure out what it is. 1 second. If I can find it, and if it stays there. Oops. Getting there. Just saw that is an eastern kingbird. Just saw it, and it kind of went after a little bit, went after a red-winged blackbird. But there's some other birds here too. What's going on here? Are these ducks? What are these? They are ducks, but they don't look like mallards. They look, at least this one, more like gadwalls, but I think, given that white there towards the back, so I believe these are gadwalls. And over here, we have an American crow. That might be another mallard there near the red-winged blackbird. Same thing with that one, mallard. I'm having a few technical difficulties today. Oops. I didn't... Hold on a second. Yeah. Hold on. You know that... Trying to acknowledge a text. You slide on the phone screen and it puts you into the camera for the phone. You know, these phone companies think that all you care about is taking photos. These are starlings, European starlings. Back to the phone companies, I mean, they're putting 3, 4 cameras on the backs of their phones. You know, I realize having a decent camera with you is convenient, especially if, you know, if you're carrying your phone anyway. But, in my opinion, you want to take photos, bring a camera. An actual camera. It's frustrating when people were, you know, they're on vacation or something, or they're going on vacation. Are you going to take a camera? Well, I have my phone. No, not good enough. And if you think I'm not trying to insult anybody. Oh, is that something? Hold on. I think it's probably a great blue heron, but let me look with binoculars. It is in the distance down this channel. Great blue heron down there. I have relatives who do that. They're, you know, well, I've got my phone. I mean, as if like that's ample camera. And then, you know, sure enough, they come back. Well, if I could have, you know, this was really far. I couldn't take a photo. Well, I told you. And please understand, I do understand the sentiment. I mean, people don't want to have to worry about carrying a camera and everything. I can you know, I can fully appreciate that actually. But you know, if you're going to an area where there's a potential that things that you really want to take photographs of are a little far away, or maybe you need to make some adjustments and everything, you know, those phone cameras can do wonders compared to, you know, even the dedicated cameras of just a number of years ago. But they are still limited in many ways, and they're still in some ways you know, more difficult to make adjustments and do various things that you might need to do on the fly to take, you know, a photograph that you'd find acceptable later on. The Benning Marsh, you can see, it's very difficult to see. There's not that much water there, or it might not even be any actual open water. Oh, there's a little bit, I think, in there. I see a couple, I think, ducks down there. Yes, looks like some mallards are there. You know, even this camera that we're looking through, we just made use of the autofocus, and you know, that's, if it works and does what I intend it to do, can't read my mind, but if it does, you know, it's wonderful. Sure, have the camera focus for me. But sometimes it, you know, and maybe this is my own fault for setting it poorly or whatever, you know, sometimes it doesn't focus on what I want to see, and I have to do something to trick it. And I just did back there. You know, it wouldn't focus on the ducks, which were, you know, beyond the vegetation nearby. So I looked in the distance, it focused on the distance, and then I just quickly moved to point downward, and it was in focus well enough to see the ducks. Doesn't always work, but it often does. There's, you know, somewhat better visibility looking this way than the other way. Well, it's better, but it's not great. By. Turtle on the road ahead of us. I wonder if it might be dead. Not sure if it was dead or not, but I'm going to leave it be. Glad I looked up though, because I would have run right over it. But maybe somebody else will, actually. Hold on, I've got to deal with a tech issue. At least I think I have to deal with a tech issue. Come on. have a feeling the viewing from East Road is going to be very poor today with this kind of sunshine. And Van Dyne spoor will likely be the same way. Maybe worse, actually. And across the road, I see at least one eagle, possibly two in the air. This is through the windshield. Looks like two. Just circling. One is definitely a bald eagle. I'm not positive about the other. The other may be a turkey vulture. I think it is. But hold on one second. This is a good way to look at things, though. Now, obviously, with the one, we've seen the white tail, which is fairly prominent, but we can see the eagle kind of holds its wings a little bit more level, and they're a little bit more broad, I should say. And there it is. The turkey vulture has them in a slightly more V shape, not quite as level. And there's a little bit of wobbling in the turkey vulture's flight. Not quite as seemingly direct. Now, is one flight pattern or method a little better than the other? Well, they're both successful species, so maybe the answer is no. And that's so true with when you're looking at birds. I mean, sometimes you see a species, and you can criticize it. Oh, it can't do this, or it can do that, or it's always doing such and such. And okay, fine. Is it a successful species or isn't it? And very often it really is. So it's hard to argue. And there's a marsh wren nearby. And some Canada geese over here. Few more, or at least a couple more over. Looks like at least 3 there. Maybe 4. It's a great blue heron in the air there.
Looks like 3. No, maybe. I think there might be a 4th one there also. It's off to the side. These flowers that we're looking at, I mean, I don't know what I'm smelling, but I can smell some of them. Certainly, the fragrance is strong. Probably should have stopped the engine there to really freeze things. Sorry. Yeah, can't get those. Oh, across the road, I think I just saw a green heron. It was just flew over the road and towards the other side. Pretty sure it was a green heron. Roughly crow size, I would say. Couldn't see color very well, but the shape was more like a heron and... You know, if you think about it, we've actually seen a semi-decent variety here today. Marsh wrens, mallards, gadwalls, Canada geese, great blue herons, great egrets, black tern, which is in my view right now, but I can't show it to you because of the vegetation. Just popped into view. And it's, well, still can't get it. We also saw Caspian terns, I believe. We saw a gull of some sort. Wasn't sure what kind it was. The black tern is still out there. I think there are a couple of starlings across the road, but I'm not going to be able to show them to you. They're too difficult to see. It could very well be red wing blackbirds instead, but just saw an American robin fly. I'm not sure where it flew from, but it flew over here somewhere. Hold on, I've got a I'm still trying to deal with a technical issue. One second. I might as well turn this off. It's not working. Sounds like a young bird, probably a young red wing blackbird, if I'm not mistaken, that we're hearing. Just close the window. Sorry for all the noise, but I was hoping for the breeze. It does come in a little bit. It makes a big difference. Don't know if we're going to see much more from this point on, but my eyes are open.
song sparrow. I believe I'm hearing a warbling vireo. Maybe.
And that, I'm not sure if that was a redstart or not. Nobody in sight. It's still, according to my thermometer, reading 86 degrees, if that can be believed. And that will do it for Wildlife Drive.
I'm kind of sort of thinking of skipping Van Spoor again. And maybe, you know, favoring in terms of our time, favoring Ithaca, just because of the very, very sunny conditions here. And as you've seen, you know, it's a beautiful day, certainly, but if you are, as we are, trying to... Well, I think I just saw a double-crested cormorant in the tree. If you're trying, as we are, to see, you know, birds over, you know, some fairly long distances, the problems that we're having. It would be tempting to go out to Van Dyne Spoor, maybe drive through the woods and then turn right around and come back. We could do that, I guess. But again, in terms of time and everything, maybe we're better off spending more time in Ithaca. So welcome to East Road. Just saw a number of starlings. And I see on the utility lines a tree swallow. And I'm hearing a vocalization from a house sparrow. And who is this? Young starling. Okay. And more tree swallows up here. I'm guessing they'll move. Yep. A little skittish, I would say. We drive underneath the wires and they, at least here, tend to fly away. That one didn't. And looking straight ahead, I think I see somebody in the osprey nest. Just heard a common yellowthroat, and I do see somebody, I see two somebodies in the osprey nest.
And I'm seeing, well, we're hearing a catbird, gray catbird, and I just saw some American goldfinches. At least I think that's what they were. Hold on. And they were. Did you hear that? I hear a bobolink. Think something similar to the vocalizations of R2-D2 from the Star Wars movies. It's a complex, I can't describe it, duplicate it, mimic it. A complex string of various sounds, almost mechanical sounding, electronic sounding. I see 3 great blue herons in the air. And as for where the bobolink might be, I don't know, but it's someone is singing. Let's look at the great blue herons. And we've seen area here, you know, this area before on a number of occasions. So to hear one here is not a surprise. Possibly seen a bird in the distance that could have been a bobolink, but I doubt it. I don't know. Okay, we're going to move on because we're not seeing anything, and you can probably barely hear it if at all. That's, like I said, a string of a complex string of vocalizations. Unfortunately, bobolinks are declining in numbers, and they're really a very interesting bird. The ospreys, I think one might be a youngster on the nest. I'm not sure. You're hearing a vocalization as we drive underneath. Just heard a robin singing. Just heard a song sparrow, and did I hear a yellowthroat also? Maybe. Down below, I see some white, a couple white spots
a few white spots, so we may have some. I'm guessing they're great egrets, but I'm not sure yet. Here, great blue herons, great egrets. Oops, sorry. Looks like one. Adults and babies. I only saw 2 babies. Now, was behind one of the adults, so I don't know. And quite. Couple years. And a marsh down there. That's the Knox Marcellus Marsh. Here, I know it's an agricultural field. I believe it's corn. And I don't believe. I think it's grown for feed. And you might say, well, why this? Who cares? We're here to see birds, aren't we? Well, yes, we're here to see birds, but this cornfield can draw birds, and especially after it's been harvested and there's leftover grain, sometimes it can be a draw. Or and there's a
in flight above us. And I don't know. Alright, let's turn around. Anyway, if you're new, human beings are not allowed down there. Not usually. Uh-oh. Shiny touchscreens. 1 second. Okay, we should be live again. At least I believe we are. Okay. I see 2 cygnets there and 1 there, so we're still seeing 3. Good to see. So these, I believe, are trumpeter swans. Their cygnets are still pretty small. They'll get bigger, you know, as obviously as things go along, and they'll be, you know, once they've reached, like, you know, their full size, they'll be more gray in color, you know, while they're young. Eventually that white will come in. I'm not sure when, but now you can see the adults, their heads and necks, they're not really white. They're looking dingy, and that's because of just where they feed. Their feathers get stained. They get stained by, like, the mud and muck they might, you know, look for food in. And there's a great blue heron in the air. Let's look at some other things that are a little closer if we can. Okay, that's nothing. And it some of these egrets a little bit. There was something else I saw. Didn't know what it was. Let's see if I can find it again. I can't find it. Okay. Also, it looks like I have to change a wire because that's just how we have to go through life. Let me try again. We're gonna. Oh no! You know what? I'm just gonna leave everything there while I change this wire. Sorry. I change wires fairly often, and I often wonder if I really had to change the wire or if something else was going on. These wires don't last long. Unfortunately. But I have to change it on the other camera. What I'll do, oops, let me at least point in the general direction of those swans. I better not. They'll be out of view before I'm done changing the wire, I'm sure. Believe me, I wouldn't mind better quality wires, but they're just not, none of them are good. Alright, let's try switching. Okay, that's a little bit better, so that seemed to have worked. I think I see some barn swallows, so it's not just tree swallows. Either that or, well, it's another kind of swallow at the very least. It's not, well, you know, I'm not sure if they're barn swallows, but they're not tree swallows. At least I don't think so. I know there are other types of swallows that might be around here, and I'm not able to distinguish them. For all I know, they were juvenile tree swallows, so I may be mistaken. Anyway, we're gonna head to the next stop. We are skipping Van Dyke Spoor. Save us a little time.
and an American goldfinch we just heard. Oh, hold on a second. I spotted just now, I gotta move forward, I spotted a bobolink. Hold on. It's gonna be tough to get into view. This might be okay if it stays there. The bobolink, I believe, is part of the blackbird family, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, it just returned. Well, not quite. Oh, I see it in flight. Hold on. At least I think I do. Oh, shoot. I hear another one singing, and I think I see... Hold on. There are a few of them here. I just saw one. There's one. Seem to be a few of them here. I saw one fly to our left, and who's that in the air? Is that one? No. I would love a closer look at one. It would be great. But now nobody's in view. And there's an osprey in view to our right. We're going to move along very shortly. Yeah, we're going to move along. Okay. So again, that was a bobolink. You notice, or maybe you notice the large white, or yellowish actually, cap on the back of its head. And its back feathers have, and that was a male, its back feathers have white. And its front, its breast and belly are dark, black. So it's been described, if you're unfamiliar, as basically wearing a tuxedo backwards. Interesting birds, to be sure. But like I said, their numbers are declining, unfortunately. They have an interesting song, and it's just nice to watch them. And in my own area, for a number of days they were around. And not that I've been really looking for them lately, but I haven't heard them or anything. So I don't know if they just passed through or what, but it is what it is. That was a gray catbird we just heard. Oh, I just heard something, I'm not sure what it was. See an American robin. Alright, we're going to move right along to the next stop. Wasn't a great look at the bobolink, but I was glad we had it anyway. Song sparrow. Catbird. I think. Maybe not. Sounded like a chipping sparrow, but it might not have been. Oh, another green heron in the air. It's the third one I've seen in flight today. And who's this? Pigeons? I believe so. That's the third time I've seen just been driving along and noticed a green heron in the air. Just saw again probably that same double-crested cormorant in a tree. That's what I believe it was. And here we're at Maze Point. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to head right out and take a look and see if we should spend any time here. Okay. If it were easier to get everything out, I think I would take you with me, but I think I'm just going to go look for myself. And anything of interest, I'll be right back for you. If there's nothing of interest, I'll still be right back. Okay. I think we just heard a warbling vireo and an American redstart. Okay, not much going on here. Warbling vireo, red-winged blackbird, American coots. I believe I saw an osprey well in the distance. I think that's what it was. I'm not even positive. Did I say pied-billed grebe? Pied-billed grebe. I'm hearing a catbird now. I thought we heard an American redstart when we pulled in. That's just about it. It's pretty quiet. And the grasses continue to encroach and, you know, make for less and less open water. Some small little bird just flew right overhead. Anyway, we're not staying. I see a pigeon. He's on the bridge. We're just going to turn around and continue on. Oh, and I see, it looks like a house. I was going to turn right here, but the house sparrow is going to make me move one further. That is a chipping sparrow I just heard. Oh, just heard a downy woodpecker. And it sounded like a starling just now. I'm not sure what that was. Might have been a yellow warbler. Anyway, I hate to leave you behind like that, but you know, it saves time if I do, especially if, you know, we're not going to see anything, and sure enough, there wasn't that much to see there, so I think, again, I hate to leave you behind, but it was the right decision in terms of saving us time. Just heard a song sparrow coming from Maze Point. And I just saw a black tern flying above Maze Point. If anyone's keeping score. And I think we will climb the tower together, but we'll use this camera and see if it's worth our time. There is a car parked next to the tower. Again, you know, sad reminder to all of you that the outhouse is no longer there. I know, you're saddened by it, but you know, sometimes you just gotta make some sacrifices. All right, so let me gather things up. We're gonna stick with this camera, and if we find that there's something really great that we want to look at, we'll hurry back down to the car, get what we need, and go back up with the other camera. Did I turn on the music? No. I think I know what my solution's going to be. I'm thinking about it. Instead of worrying about the camera, or I'm sorry, my phone in my car, always playing music when I don't want to, and there's no way to turn it off. You can lower the volume, but that's just about it. And that sounds like a good solution, except what if you're in the middle of, let's say, a podcast or something, and all of a sudden you lose your place and you didn't realize that it was playing because you didn't hear it. So it's not a solution. I'm thinking I might just bring a Bluetooth speaker in the car and disconnect the phone from the car itself. Just might have to do that. Because General Motors and Apple, you need to get your act together. I think it's General Motors, quite honestly. Okay, I'll be right around for you. Just heard some cedar waxwings. This will likely be our last stop here in the Montezuma area before I head back to Ithaca. Just so you know. Just heard a song sparrow. And that may be a different one. Hearing a robin sing. And I thought I just heard a swamp sparrow sounding like it came from the other side of the road. Try not to shake the platform too much as I walk, but I see a swan. Looks like it's just the one. And did I just hear a marsh wren? Maybe.
Hello.
Hello. Oh, after you.
No, that's okay.
Okay.
Have you been here to the spot before?
Mm-hmm.
I just love seeing the rookery of it. It's amazing.
Oh yeah, it really is. But unfortunately, it's backlit, so it's hard to see. And there's so much sunshine, it's hard to see it clearly.
So
You see the black tern in the air?
No, thank you. And can you tell what the white one is?
It's probably a trumpeter swan.
Oh, okay, yeah. It's because it's pretty.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it's always possible it's a different type of swan, but that's my guess, trumpeter.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Just heard a common yellowthroat.
Enjoy.
You too, thank you. It's red wing blackbird. Obviously, it's great blue heron. And I have seen I've seen at least one black tern. I don't see any black terns close to us, and I'll look out a little bit farther. See a couple black terns at least out there flying around. So, I mean, I wouldn't mind a closer look at them, but considering where they are, I think even with the other equipment, we wouldn't have a great look. It'd be just decent. So far, I don't regret the decision to go with this camera only. Now, as for the Rookery, let's see what we can do with this camera. It won't be great, but it might not be too bad. Look at all those herons. Can't get any closer than this. In terms of actual, like, movement around and everything, it's pretty quiet there. I mean, they're just all standing. I don't know what's going on there. Maybe someone's either just stretching its wings, or maybe, who knows. You see some have their wings, you know, they've got their wings stretched out a little bit. That's for cooling purposes. I believe I see an osprey. Where was it? I have not seen an eagle yet, at least as far as I can tell. believe I see another osprey. But I think we're going to move on pretty soon, or at least I'm going to pack up and head to Ithaca very, very shortly. It's relatively quiet. I mean, obviously there are a lot of great blue herons at the Great Blue Heron Rookery, but not seeing all that much else, really. You're hearing eat, eat, eat. Those are vocalizations from the black terns. There's an American robin there, just flew there. I hear a pied-billed grebe. And I believe we're also hearing red squirrels. Okay, so why don't we take a break and we'll drive back to Ithaca. Let's say roughly 20 after 5, hopefully. Somewhere around there, I hope to be there. Maybe a little bit later than that. 5:20, 5:30. Okay, does that sound good? I'll see if you received the message. Okay, you got the message. All right, everybody. We will see you all in a little while.